All right, my friends, there are a lot of financial planning blogs, financial planning gurus who don't work with clients. And as much as I just beat on the industry, the financial planning industry where they're charging their 1% fee and all that, which I can't stand, at the end of the day, at least they're working with people. I mean, I hope they're working with people. You got to be careful following the... Look, you just got to be careful following the advice of blogs. And the reason I say that is because if they're not working with people, they're just writing stuff. It's like book smarts versus street smarts. And this is why it always just pisses me off that the stupid financial planning industry, Financial Planning Association, NAPFA, all these guys, they want to mandate you have a college degree of some sort to be called a financial planner. Remember, some are even saying you can't even use the term financial planner unless you have a CFP. And I'm thinking, all the freaking people out there, moms in particularly, man, who've raised families on single households, and you're going to tell them they don't know financial planning because they don't have a CFP and a degree in archaeology? It's freaking insane. It's nothing but discrimination against poor people and minorities primarily. Why? Because poor people, minorities primarily, the ones who don't go get a college degree. You know why? Because they got to work for a living. They can't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to just go around and get a degree in archaeology or a degree in French medieval literature while daddy pays the money and I go over to France and I get to study abroad. No, it doesn't work like that. Trust me. I know. And so these guys sitting there, well, you can't be a financial planner. Well, we'll call her, Antoinette. Man, when I was in high school, there was this friggin' gorgeous, she looked like Whitney Houston, Antoinette. I can't remember her last name, went to Blair High School. Oh my goodness. She was, and it's just such a great, nice person too. Antoinette. We'll call her Antoinette. Man, she was, literally looked like Whitney Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? If you think about Whitney Houston singing that Super Bowl thing, I know she went bad, but there's that stupid Bobby Brown. But it's hard to imagine a more beautiful woman than Whitney Houston for sure. Never mind her voice. Maybe it's the voice that helps with the beauty. I don't know, but I've always, other than when she had some weird hairstyles that was odd, but man, she was a gorgeous lady. Antoinette from Blair High School. Man alive, she was good looking. Just a wonderful person too. I remember she had a couple classes with me or something like that. And I don't remember her very well. I just remember that she looked like Whitney Houston, and her name was Antoinette. So we'll just say Antoinette. All right, so Antoinette's a single mom, and she, she's raising two kids, and she's been freaking, burning the midnight oil as a, freaking manager of a call center, or freaking, working the late shift at a manufacturing firm, lining up electronic parts, through a conveyor belt, you name it. All right, but she likes financial stuff because she takes care of her own household finances and her own household budgets, and she talks to people about financial stuff. Antoinette is going to be less of a financial planner than freaking, Karen, who's got a degree in archaeology and just went on to get a CFP. How did she get it? By taking a Kenzan class? Screw that, man. Hell no. And she's, just give me a flipping break. Who's never had to balance her own checkbook because Daddy Warbucks is giving everything she needs? It's crazy to me. And so Antoinette is priced out of the market because it's a barrier to entry. And the funny thing is, all these financial planners say, we need more diversity. We need more POCs. What they call them, BIPOCs now? Freaking idiots. Hate that crap. But yet at the same time, they're going to say, but no, this is what the liberals do in a lot of the look, trust me, a lot of the new guys coming up, this is what they do. Because they're spoiled brats, man. Working their daddy's firm and stuff like that, their mom's firm. And now they're going to take over the mom's or dad's firms. They're going to say, that's not the way to do it. What we've got to do is, and just like, you're fake. You're fakers. Anyway, so what they're going to do is say, we need more BIPOCs and stuff like that. And then there's very few out there who have the credentials in terms of financial planning, because the credentials mean a CFP. Credentials means a college degree. It doesn't matter what's in, it just means something. And not that many minorities and poor people, poor white people, who can do this without having to go through the credentials that the financial planning industry mandates. It's freaking nuts, man. They can all kiss my big fat pale behind too, by the way, because I'm a paley. I got no problem with that. So what happens is you got these people then, who a lot of times, financial planning, they're not good at sales, they're not good at talking to people, so they go write blogs. And nothing inherently wrong with that. Worse so is you got a bunch of journalism degrees that go be run financial planning blogs, and they've never practiced financial planning. And so they just go over what some professor says, or they just, it's no different than the science writers, no different than the sports writers. If you're of a degree in journalism, you don't get paid to question. You get paid to repeat what the authorities tell you to repeat. It's that simple. Read Ben Rhodes, Obama's National Security Advisor. Ben Rhodes says journalists are 27-year-old know-nothings. They literally know nothing. That's what Ben Rhodes said. They will do what we say. I'm not saying that, even though I completely agree with it. So now you're reading these blogs by someone on MarketWatch who's never freaking met a guy or a lady across a table or via Zoom, and yet they have the knowledge from some professor who himself has never met a client, but he just teaches the textbook stuff. It's kind of like an economics professor teaches the textbook stuff on the Keynesians, Friedmanites, and then the Phillips curve. He says, look, if we raise interest rates, this will happen. You're like, dude, you're such a freaking fool, man. Yeah, I'm pissed off. The financial planning industry, it sold its soul for rock and roll, for assets under management fees. And as such, they want to, and there's only so many people that are willing to pay an exorbitant asset under management fee. And so what's the best way they can do it to make sure they all get a piece of the pie? Limit the competition. How do we limit the competition? We put these limitations on. It's called the barrier to entry. Barriers to entry always hurt minorities and always hurt poor people. It's no different than what used to happen with union contracts. It's no different, man. And yet they get the benefit of getting to keep all the money, and on top of that, holding themselves out as holier than thou with BIPOC. We're promoting BIPOC, so they're doing the exact opposite. It's such a freaking scam. And then we got these people who say, well, I'm going to go I'm not going to be a financial planner because I don't really know financial planning. But, I've learned enough from various professors who don't know financial planning because they never talk to people. So I'm going to go write for a blog. Yeah, they can all kiss my big fat behind. Yeah, I'm freaking bitter by it. Because the financial planning industry is a wonderful industry. It's a wonderful profession. And we need more righteous people. And more righteous people don't just always have college degrees, man. Righteous people come in all shapes and sizes. Let the client put their big boy pants on and figure out who's righteous enough to serve them. All right, pick up my kid from cross country. We'll see ya.